Hello, thank you for stopping by. I wanted to come on here and share with you an idea that I came across slowly getting back into crafting. I had taken a break and getting back into crafting was kind of overwhelming for me because I didn't know where to start, and I'm not, doing any challenges or swaps or anything like that. I just wanted to get back into crafting and, see if I can create some things to send out to some friends and do some happy mail. So my thing was, let's start out small. So my son was cleaning out his room and he came across this whole box of index cards. There's 500 index cards in here. So he gave them to me because he's like, I'm not going to use them. And I'm like, oh gosh, I don't really have any need for them either, but I took them nonetheless because I didn't feel like throwing them away. I mean, I could have donated them to somebody, but I said I'll keep them. Let me see what's going on. Let me see if I can make up, think of something. So I did actually. I grabbed one of these and I said, you know what? I'm gonna alter it. That'll be my start to getting back into crafting and starting to get the flows of thinking, of being creative. And so I made quite a few. I have them here in this little plastic bin. And actually, to be honest with you, making them became an obsession. They're so cute. They're small. You don't have to spend too much time on it unless you really want to get, deep into altering it. So it's totally up to you, but it's something small that you can get back into and not be so overwhelmed in doing some, trying to create something, just to get your brain going and your thinking and your, what's that word, creativity, your creativity flowing. So here's one card that I did. I added some gesso. I had some texture paste, but in the jar it was already dry, so I couldn't use it. I wanted some texture using a stencil. And so all I did was, all I had in my stash was some heavy gesso, thick gesso, and I went ahead and used it on my stencil, and it came out with a raise on it when it dried. So it has some kind of texture. That's basically what I wanted, and I had distressed the card with Citron, I believe it's Citron something, with distress inks, oxide ink. I did that in the middle, and then on the outside I did some black ink, and I just blended that in, added the gesso on there with a stencil, and then I stamped this butterfly. I stamped the word I like you and just a note, and I added this little sticker here. It's so cute with a little pansy on here on the corner. So this would be cute if you wanted to write a little note, send it off to a friend, just to give them a card. They could add it to a junk journal or to, a project that they have going on. I think these are pretty cool to have an idea to just send out to somebody if you want to write a little note, or you could even write a note and add it to a gift that you're sending to a friend. Make it custom to their, to whatever theme that you're sending it to. Here's another one I made a little too bougie. I added, what I did was I distressed it with some pink distress oxide ink. I can't remember the name but of the color, but then I stamped some flowers on here from the Dollar Tree, and then I had some mica spray, oxide inks or something, and I sprayed that on there, and I did it a little too heavy. Was not my intention because it was a brand new bottle, but I sprayed it a little too heavy, and then I spritz some water on the corner here, and then I spritz some water here on the corner as well. And I noticed that spritzing water on it made it a little darker, which was very surprising to me. And then this one too made it a little darker, and I love the way I had dried it with the heat gun. So I love the way that this came out with the drying look on it, the dried spots. I just really like the way that looked. I also like this side as well. I just sprayed a little bit of water on it, and it just reacted to it. It made it a little darker, so I went ahead and dried that with my heat tool. I added some white trim here, fabric trim, and then I just added this silver little, what are these things called? Rhinestones, silver rhinestones on the top. So I thought this would be cute too. You could write a note, or you could just even add it to happy mail to a friend if you're sending them off something. This would be really cute to add to a junk journal. I think that would be really, really nice. You could add it in, you know, to a pocket or something. That would be cool. And then I did this one here. I'll try to go through them really quick. Just distressed it with some distressed oxide ink, stamped it underneath here, added a piece of material here, a butterfly that was in my stash, and then I added "Don't Forget to Fly" on the bottom, and then just a little piece of cardstock that I had found in my stash as well. I have a whole drawer full of little knick-knack things here from things that I cut out or a friend sent to me. I just add it here to this drawer, and then I just go through it and pick whatever I think would go well with, you know, altering things. And I have like a whole drawer full of stuff. Here's another one too. I just distressed the colors too on each side. I added some white lace or material here, a sticker on the bottom. You can barely see, but I like the way you can see through it. And then I added some stickers here. I added rickrack, and I just stapled that in. Some stamping. This one I used a collection. No, actually this was from Michael's in the clearance section. I had bought this like years ago, and it's like a 80s girls theme. So I just went ahead and cut out some pieces from that little book that I had and just added it on here. It says girls just want to have sun instead of fun. It says sun, and that's me. I love to have sun. I can't stand cloudy days. I need sun. And then here's this one. I used a collection. The collection is called Buenos Dias. I don't know who it's from, but anyhow, I just added 3 different sheets of paper from the collection, added the word hola, put smile and a bow, and then a Coke bottle and a bottle cap on here. So cute, so quick. That would be perfect too for like if you're doing a little happy mail to someone with a collection from Buenos Dias, and then you just add this to the top. You could write a little note on the back. That would be pretty cool. And then this one I just distressed it with some oxide ink, and distressed the edges. I added some little speckles of some acrylic, what is it called? Acrylic, I don't know, some kind of, I forgot the name. I don't have the bottle with me here, but I just sprinkled some of that on there. I stamped "Hello Sunshine, fill your life with flowers," and then I just did a jar stamping and then some flowers inside the jar. And so those are the ones that I did. I thought those were really, really cute. I thought I would just show you real quick what I do. It depends on how elaborate you want to alter your index card. Now what I do is I round off the corners. I don't like sharp corners for some odd reason. That's just my thing. I like soft edges around. That is me. And so yeah, I'm gonna pick something here. Let's do a quick one, so at least, you know, I can say this is cute, because I like the different patterns on here. I think I got this sticker book from Amazon, Faywear Ephemera book. It just has like stickers in here, and then some pages in the back that you can use. I mean, the pages are kind of big, so, I mean, unless you're doing like a really big layout, or if you're cutting it like I'm going to do right here, then I guess, but I think the pages are a little too big. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and glue it first. And maybe I'll glue this side now. No, I always do that side. Maybe I'll leave the lines. No, I had it here. I'll leave the lines, so if you want to write a note, if I want to write a, not you, if I want to write a note, oh my gosh. If I want to write a note, at least I have lines, so my writing doesn't go off the edge. Like, I don't know. I always admire the people who write straight. When I'm writing, I'm always writing like this. People are like just following the curve of my writing. So I'll just put this here. Let me get this, the edges. The edges are always so hard for me. I can never get the edges. And then, oh, look, I didn't do the edges on that side. I'll get this one. And this time I just covered up the whole card instead of just doing half. And probably stamp one side and leave the other one clean. Maybe I'll just do it with my rounding thing, it's easier. So maybe I should have just done it once so I don't have to be doing this twice. Lesson learned. Okay, there we go. Throw those pieces away. And I think this is so neat. Look at that. The paper came out with the different little pieces of, you know, like little pieces of paper on here. So what I'll do is I'll stamp. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stamp this instead of the words because there's already words here. I'll just do that. Where's my blue book? So let me get this going here. Trying to make the stamp a little. I think my ink is starting to dry up, so I'm gonna have to look for another one. I notice a lot of my stuff that I have is dried up because I haven't crafted in a long time. So let's just stamp here, no rhyme or reason, just a little here and there. I like that. Go. The less the better. It looks good like that. I don't have a wipe here, so let me get a wipe. And let's see, maybe I wonder if I should try to see what should I do. Brown? I'm not making it girly like I usually do with my stuff. I love girly colors, but sometimes you gotta change it up. Let's see what else is out there color-wise. Okay. I'm gonna do it this way. Let me do this, because I don't want it too dark. And if you hear the ocean sounds, I don't know if you can pick it up, but I have it on my Alexa, that's why. It's very soothing to me. It's not like I live by, I do live by the beach, but not that close. I wish the waves were that close to me. Okay, so that came out nice. I like that brown color on there. Now let's try to distress the edges to make it look a little, to pop, make the colors pop. Let's see. Let me get, I think it's in here. Yes. The Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. We'll use that for the edges. Where'd my card go? where's my brush? Oh, here it is. Okay, so let's put that on here. And distress the edges. That looks pretty good. So I hope anybody who is trying to get their crafty creativity to get, you know, come back after you've taken a break like I did, and you want to start out small. You don't want to get overwhelmed. Sometimes you don't know what to do. And another idea too, if you don't want to do something like this, like totally get into, you know, creating something, another good idea is stamping. You know, take out whatever stamps you have, just stamp them on a piece of paper. That's all. Stamp them. If you want to color them, you can. But just by starting out stamping them on a piece of paper, or you know, on a cardstock or whatever. If you want a fussy cut, you can do that, and that's like a start right there. You know, you're starting out with with stamping something. Usually that gets your brain going with creativity, because you're stamping and then you're figuring, oh, well, maybe I'll color it. So let's see what colors would I use, and you know, you go from there. And everything is always, in anything, crafting or organizing, cleaning, always start out small. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. Thinking maybe I could add a piece of something on here, but let's see if I could do this. Actually, I have to go check on my washing machine. I don't want it to refill. Oh, this is nah, I don't like it. After putting that in there, I do want to put like stickers on here. After I got this, I really didn't like what I got. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't something I was expecting. I thought it was going to be fun, like different, like, you know, more, I'll be honest, it's not my style. It's just not my style. So figured it was going to be, I'll do it like this, something more girly-ish. And, you know, it's just not, I mean, it is very vintagey, and I do like vintage, but I don't know what I'm saying. It just wasn't. I just used some pieces here and there. Oh, this is cute. It says Dodgers on here. Ah, didn't even see that. Maybe I'll do this. If I can take this out without ripping. It's not coming out nicely. Oh, here we go. Just a little patience. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I could lift this up. Put this here. I thought this would be nice. Some flowers or that little book, I think. And then I'll layer this on top of there. I think that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I feel like something should go here. And then I'm wondering if I should use maybe, oh, maybe this. Maybe a piece of this. Glue it on there. I just want a small piece. I don't want a big piece. So let's see if I can do this. Because it's so small, I don't know if I can kind of want it to have like a frayed look. Just do it yourself here like this. There we go. I want it to look a little messy. Because I don't like this ziggy-zaggy thingy. So I gotta pull out the fibers here just to make it look a little rough around the edges. Okay. Oh, nice. But you know what? I feel like it needs to be this. Let's just stress it a little. Like so. And then you just do that. Let me get some fabric tack. Let me put this thing on because I don't like the way fabric tack feels on my fingers. Is it going down here? Let's see. Just a little goes a long way. Just put that on there like this. Take that off. Let that dry, and then what I might do, now I'm starting to get a little overboard here. I need a napkin. Oh no, give me a wipe. Take this off here. Could just leave it as that. You know, that's kind of cute. I was thinking of just doing something around here, but just I don't really like this feel. Don't want it on here. I think it already dried. That's why it looks a little wet, because I think it dries glossy or something. Not sure. Not sure. But anyways, let me see if I can add some of this gold wax on here. What is this? Oh, rose gold? No, I'll use the gold because I don't know what is which. I think this was with the white, so this is gold. I should get another brush. I think I do have a brush somewhere. I'll have to look for that. I'm gonna rub some of this all around the edge of the material and see how that looks. It's starting to get a little overboard here now. Instead of just letting it go, letting it be. But okay. Just to give it like a little highlight, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. Doing cochinadas. I don't know. Let's see. I guess. Yeah. Oh, let me see if I could add some over here. Like this. There we go. Oh, that looks kind of neat. Yeah, like that. There we go. Little pieces here and there. There we go. Yeah, see, something like this. I mean, you know, just something that, with the stuff that you have, just use it up. Oh, I gotta glue that on the bottom. The edge is not glued properly. Those are one of my pet peeves, is making sure the edges are not coming off. Everything has to be glued properly. I got the gold on me. Okay. And then what else? This side too? No, not too much. Let that dry. But there you go. I did that on camera, along with my other ones that I had done in the past, a few weeks back. That was, you know, something that I just wanted to start on crafting, and then I went on a roll. I was like, okay, now let me try some, you know, some cardstock paper, some collection paper that I have, and then let me do the distressing, and that's what I did. So I just kept going and going and going, and yeah. So that is an idea there for using some index cards, if you even have some left over from your child that they don't, you know, they're not going to use them. There's another way that you could use them and send them out to friends in Happy Mail. I know I sent some to my friend Chickies. Hello Chickies, if you're watching the video. I sent her some, so yeah, she's gonna be getting some more, because they're so easy, they're so fun, you know, they're nothing that you have to like take out a whole bunch of stuff, and if something quick, if you only have like a few minutes to do something crafty because you want to do something crafty, but you don't got a lot of time because you got to go to an appointment or blah blah blah, you can do something like this, and at least you satisfied your crafty craving for the day, if you want to call it that. So yeah, so I appreciate you guys watching. If you're here to the end, I appreciate it so much, and I hope this has inspired you and give you an idea. It doesn't have to be index cards. You can do cardstock and cut them out to whatever size you want. If you want them to be a smaller size, or you could even cut them in half and make like little cards, you know, and decorate them. Or like I said, with your own cardstock and make them a little larger. That's good, and you can insert it into your junk journal. That's another idea as well. So I hope this gave you some inspiration, some ideas. Think outside of the box, not, you know, just index cards, any kind of cards that you have around. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Everyone take care. Bye-bye. God bless.